Good morning. Good morning. Blessings, wellness, peace to your soul, harmony, abundance. Cleansing all blockages off of your abundant flow. All things meant for your highest good. We remove the blockages. I come into agreement. We are listening to 88 hertz frequency, which amplifies and encourages the blockages of the removal of blockages in your life. Today I'm seeing like a checkered board, not like a checkered board like the game, but black and white checker, and how the white and the black aren't necessarily to be used opponent at this time, but rather that they are accent each other and amplify each other at different times. They can be utilized at the right time. Each one is needed. And at times you need both the polarities and the balance of dark and light to achieve something, to master something. And I'm getting that you have mastered that skill, that ability of using your dark and light side at the right times. So I pulled this reading last night at about 2:30 a.m. well, this morning before I went to bed, and I knew that I was going to wake up and share it. All right. So here we are. Cyclicity was the first card that was pulled, and it really wasn't pulled. I was picking up my cards and putting them away for the day, straightening up my desk, when this card just slid off the top with no effort at all. And this is cyclicity. Okay? Meaning that there's some cycles that have repeated in your life in different forms, different people, different places, different things, but they have repeated. And you've noticed and you've grew through it in different ways in each phase. But what I'm hearing is that that cyclicity is coming to an end, and that you've done the right thing, you've learned the lesson, and we're so not repeating it. Okay? I hope everybody's well today. I'm Natasha with Encompass Awe. Welcome. The cyclicity broke you open. It cracked you open to so much growth. And as you notice, this card also has phases of the moon again. Okay? And it gave you like a sword, a staff of authority, where you don't necessarily are like loud or puffy or big about anything, but when things are needed to be spoke about or dealt with, you do it. You do it, and you do it without a less delay. Okay, and this is finding grace. And this, I believe that you've had grace for other people for a very long time. However, for yourself, not as much. And what you've learned for yourself through all this and people taking advantage of you and not holding you up to the standard you should have been, because you're highly valuable. You consider a lot of people, and you love everybody with the purest of intent. The difference between now and then and throughout your life is that now you respect yourself enough to know that if you see that you're not going to be held to a certain respect, that you don't dive in as much and pour into everybody else as much. And that's okay. It's not that you don't love them. It's not that you don't care. It's just that you know that you need your energy. You need your energy as well, and that nobody's perfect, but you are going to protect and guard your energy. And that's respect for your higher self, your child self, your now self, and making sure that you don't run out of energy trying to overpour and giving yourself grace to learn through the times. We are one. When I started this reading talking to you guys, I share with you that I saw like a black and white checker. Not necessarily a cloth, not necessarily a game, just black and white checker. Hi, hon. And on this black and white checker, I could just see that you mastered when to use your light and your dark. And it's not like an opponent or good or evil. It's like the dark parts where you have to be bold, the parts where you have to stand for something or be a whistleblower or speak for yourself when it wouldn't be convenient or soft. And then the light side where it's like, oh, hi, how are you? Or I love you, or hugs. Like, however people want to dichotomize that. All right. I don't even know if that's a word, but there it is. But you have mastered how to use your dark and your light side together and separately when needed. And what I'm hearing is it's all one. It's all part of the root system of who you are. And it all grew into unity in the dark. You see how this is the roots are holding hands under the dark, under the ground? Because all that mastering came through the cyclicity of all the BS in life, that and the good stuff too. All of it formed this unity of the different parts of you that you used to separate, but now you're like, I know when to use what, and there's no reason to have shame for any of the pieces of myself. And you integrated it. I love this card. You integrated it all. Okay, I want to tell you what's on here. There's a moth here, there's a moon, there's a heart, there's an acorn, there's a brain, and there's a boat. And there's the spider, and she has learned to interweave all of this into her best outcome and always come back to herself, himself, herself, whatever. I'm saying herself because it's, we always refer to the spider as a woman for some reason, but we do, the widow, right? She's integrated it all. Look how beautiful this is. All the cycles in life taught you how to master so much. And your guides are saying they're super proud of you. They're really proud of you. And you resurrected yourself. They were always there. They never left you. I mean, they have assignments in multiple places. And you're not the only one in your family that they do encourage and support, but you are one of the main interests. And you have resurrected yourself in the darkest of nights, in the loneliest of nights. And you stood there and faced a lot alone, but it's also how you rose. So you resurrected yourself, and that's beautiful. And then this here says heart's home. Okay, and it came out upside down. It's the only card in this reading that came out upside down. But heart's home. Okay. And what I do want to encourage here is turning this upright and really becoming peaceful within your own heart. I do believe that you have a lot more peace in your life. It's just hard to have that steadiness and that consistency. The more that you become settled and at ease with the peace in your heart and the oneness of the separate parts of you, the more you will return to your heart's home. Look at the roots here. It looks like it's in water, but it also looks like the roots are floating in air. And that's beautiful. And the sun, we know, that represents the perseverance. The mountains is the journey. And this is a still, slow walk over here in the flat ground. Not heavy effort, just nice and easy. And it all grew through all the phases of your life. You see this going through the phases? Every bit of growth happened through every phase. And you persevered. I absolutely think it's stunning and beautiful. And you defied gravity. And through defying gravity, through having to deal with people in your surroundings, and having to resurrect yourself, and having to stand, there's a circumstance and a situation at this time in your life that you have to have tough love. And maybe that's not your cup of tea, or specifically cup of coffee. I'm having a cup of coffee right now. Hello, love. Tough love is gonna have to be what you give. And I'm not saying that out of being harsh, but for you to get what you put into things, you do have to stand your ground sometimes. And people are learning how to treat you and respect you. And what you tolerate is teaching them. What you tolerate, what you allow, is what you're teaching them that they can treat you like. Okay? What needs mending in your life? What needs mending? What needs attention right now? Do you know? I know that you know. I actually know you know, because your spirit, your intuition keeps telling you, and it keeps coming back up to you what needs mending, so you can fully return home into your heart, into your peace, and clear the way. I believe that you have cleared the way, but there's more to clear the way. Okay, I want to tell you that these are birds here. Okay, and these are all the elements, and they're helping you how to incorporate it. They're helping you put it together for your best outcome and in your interest for the long haul. You see, this reading isn't just about your past. It's not about just today. I'm from Ohio, honey. It's not just about today. It's about, what do you want for the next 5 years? How do you want to feel for the next 12 years? So if you don't learn to have a little bit, a good bit of tough love, all right? See how fierce and beautiful this tiger is? If you don't learn to have a little bit of tough love with people and don't let them push you around, look at this cute little rabbit behind the cup. People will push you around, and then you spend a lot of time and your energy like, why didn't I say that? Why didn't I do that? Don't do that. Clear that energy by speaking your truth and letting it go. If people respect it, you know that they're honorable of your time and your value, and that they value you and they can be trusted with you. And if they don't value you, then they're not trusted with you, okay? And that just means that they can't be as close sometimes, or don't get as much of your time. Doesn't mean you don't love them or that you hate them, but that you love yourself enough to respect yourself, to give yourself that time and protect your spirit, okay? And we're going to pull oracles from another deck here in just a moment. And this is still yourself. And this is a maze. This is like, I feel like somebody has experienced this hecticness of a maze for your brain and your life journey, and just every direction, a lot of directions. I don't want to say every direction. A lot of directions you headed in was like a wall. You thought the outcome would have been different. You thought it would have went different, but it didn't. That's okay. That's why we're talking about this grace for yourself. Look, they're both purple. Grace for yourself. Grace for the journey. Because from that, you resurrected. It's crazy to think that you have to, I mean, it's not crazy to think, but I want to lift up these cards here. All right. So you have finding grace, and you did that through this maze, but you also found your tough love. And when I think about the black and white checker that I see before even starting this reading, let's put this side by side, still purple again. Finding grace, having grace, being grace, and being tough love are not opposites of each other. They're accents of each other. At different times, they are called to be accentuated and activated and utilized without guilt. Without guilt. Okay? So I'm hearing that your body is your altar for your spirit. Okay? And I don't know if somebody or one of you, actually I do know, one of you is being called to eat a little different. Like, change something about your diet, and you know that if you just made that little bit of change, it would make a world of difference. I would like for you to listen to that, okay? Because it's going to really help you to change that part of your diet and cleanse. It's going to break through something that's stuck in your energy. And I'm not trying to speak something bad over you. I'm never, ever. It's only to excel, enlighten, and encourage you. Excel, enlighten, and encourage you, and align you. Exuberant lutitude. Look at that. You are exuberant. How gorgeous you are. But something's going to break through when you listen to this guidance. It could be fasting. It could be adding a workout in your life. It could be eating something just a little bit different. All right, we're going to go to the Dream Oracle. Okay. Now we're in the Dream Oracle. I hope everybody's well today. How is everybody doing today? My cup says celebrate today. See how it's just like a black and white ordinary cup? I never drink out of this cup, but I just feel black and white today, and I like it. It feels balanced. It feels right. And I saw that checkerboard opening up this reading, and I just feel like black and white, what would be considered of opposites. They're not opposites. They're more like lovers, if that makes sense. They're like more like, I was born to be next to you. Okay? And you have learned to master that in yourself, when to let those things dance together and show themselves. Guys, if you're enjoying anything out of this reading, please like and subscribe. I enjoy you guys being here with me. Let me know how you're doing, what state you're from. Okay? If you've ever had to resurrect yourself from the bottom or start over, just put a green heart in the chat. Let me know that you've gone through that. It's good to encourage people and let them know, you're not the only one that's gone through start over, right? It is what it is, but it created something different about you every time we do it. Books. Somebody, either gain knowledge, like I'm encouraging you, Spirit is encouraging you to read books or study online or listen to documentaries, excel in a certain gift or area, or you are reading or writing a book. And I really feel like somebody is writing a book that is going to illuminate the masses, a good bit of the masses, a certain collective of the masses that need the next of whatever you have to put on paper. Just be willing. Be willing. Don't fight it. And I say that because this is the fighting card. Like, so if y'all know the story of Jonah and the whale, this is probably why the illustration on this is a man falling into a whale's mouth. All right. He wouldn't listen to God and he ran away, and then he was in the belly of the whale. Whether you're biblical or not, I'm not, but I do know the Bible really well because I used to minister. But he's in the belly of the whale for a little bit, after he was like, no. But in that dark phase, he had breakthrough. He had experienced something that he needed. Well, Spirit is saying, stop fighting though, because we're ready to produce this book. We're ready to produce this excel in your life, this wisdom from the cosmos, this wisdom from your elders in the spirit realm. Stop fighting it. Let the fight down. Let your guard down a little bit. You've been learning since your youth. There's no reason to doubt now. And it's okay to have fear, but do it anyway. Where are you guys from? Yeah. Obey the guides that you have as they come. Obey the guidance as they come, okay? Is somebody being like invited out to like a dinner or an offer, a dinner that has an offer tied to it? Here in a few minutes, Asmit, I am willing to answer a question. Sure, in a few minutes when I'm done with this reading, which is coming up, okay? As long as baby Julius doesn't need mama, okay? I don't mind that at all. And I am going to start doing that, guys. My little nanny, which is my 19-year-old daughter for Julius, is not home this week. So she'll be home tomorrow, and then I'll have more time to do this stuff, guys, and spend more time with doing readings. But I've had less time this week, but I've still enjoyed it, and I love being a mom, so I'm not complaining about it. Okay, Asmit. You have climbed a mountain that many could not tarry. Many could not have endured. You walked away from so much, and you didn't have a choice, but you did. You could have stayed longer. And through those mountains, look, she has a wizard hat on. She, he, whatever, has a wizard hat on and a staff in the hand. And she's like, I'm ready for the next journey. Let's do it. It is what it is. The moon unveiling your hidden secrets, your unalignments, your divine alignments, your goals, your inspirations, your truths, your hidden nooks and crannies in yourself that you never wanted to see ever again. This full moon brought that about for sure the other night. And you stuck it out. You went through it. And it's time. 2222 on the timer. And it's time to release the past versions so this abundance can come in. See how it's in her belly? See how it's in her belly? It's been waiting. It's something that's been there since her youth. In her belly. Just waiting to come. Guys, I'm super proud of you. Your guides are proud of you. Blessings, abundance. Let me clear the energy here. I'll answer some questions, guys. For sure. You have resurrected yourself. There's nothing small or light about that. You have had grace and tough love. You have endured and overcame and created versions of yourself. You had to and integrated it all for your life path, for your goals. And you've reached many goals, and you're going to reach many more goals. No reason to stay small, and definitely no reason to repeat cycles. But if you do, you'll learn new parts of you'll learn stuff. I mean, it's okay to choose to stay in the cycle, but this reading isn't about that. This reading has overcame it. It's been fortitude. You took it into your own hands. The path ahead is bright. It's clear. It's beautiful. Okay. It's absolutely beautiful. And you persevered. All right, that's the last two cards I'm going to pull in this reading. Perseverance and fortitude. Screenshot it if you would like, to remind yourself of the courage that you became, that all the hardship cracked you open, and every time you had a fresh start. Purged and emerged through pain came your fresh start. Don't forget to tap your resources, guys. If you haven't liked and subscribed, please do. Like, subscribe, and share if you feel led to for somebody. Or if you just want to mention my name to somebody and they want a reading, let me know. Yes, I will do a question reading. But probably not a full reading, because when I get off of this live, I'm going to go stretch, do some yoga, chill a little bit before my baby wakes up. Don't you know? Let me get a drink here. So let's sage the area first. The tools, the energy, your energy. Let's welcome in. Welcome in spirit, your spirit guides. Use your intuition when you see the cards. And if you have an intuitive uh, guidance or thought, feel free to write it in the chat if you feel led to. If you don't, that's okay too. You don't have to put what you know on there if you're trying to protect it, because I also understand that. Okay? Ooh, I made a mess on the desk with that shiz. It's okay. I don't mind. Clearing the energy. Love, abundance, goodness. Welcoming in the discernment, the wisdom, the clarity. Asthma career-wise, I am looking. Okay. All right, babe. Some breakthrough is coming after that full moon, by the way. Something is coming through that full moon, without a doubt. Yes. Okay. Listen, babies. I'm going to set this sage here for a moment. Enjoy the music for just a moment. I have to go grab something and I'll be right back. Okay? Thank you for your patience. Somebody woke up. Y'all know my homie right here. Okay, we're going to put the sage away because I don't like smoke around my baby. Okay. All right. Career. We're going to pull. I'm not even going to control what we're going to pull. Thank you. It's okay that you said it's a she because I have beautiful boys. Don't get me wrong. It's my second beautiful boy, and everybody was always like, "Oh my God, she's so beautiful." Julius is a boy. Look at that. I got put in the wrong deck. What is that? Tough love. How on earth did that get over there? That's awesome. What I'm getting from this is if you get an offer for a job, it's okay. No worries. You don't have to apologize, but that's fine. No worries. You don't have to take the first offer. Know your worth and know it will be compatible with you because the universe is listening to your vibration at this time. So, also, when you're searching for your job, don't just apply for everything because you want to make sure that you have peace in something that resonates with you. Okay? Do you like that? Do you like that, baby? All right, here we go. You guys can't see my cards. Let me bend it a little further. Okay. We're in the Dream Oracle deck right now because, uh, well, we're manifesting a job, right? We're manifesting a job. Oh, and like I said, the universe is listening. You have the keys. There's something divinely orchestrating right now. Asmet. I like that name, by the way. Is that your name, Asmet? You have the keys to divinely orchestrate and call in this while you're taking active actions, and you're like, we are okay. So right now, this frequency 888 hertz is to break blockages. That's what we chose to do with this reading, this live. Let's say that with this live, it is to remove blockages. Us saging, the reason I sage so often is because we need to continuously remove blockages. Also, I caution you. One, I love your name, Asma. I love your name. I caution you to share with people who you feel like might not be in your best interest when you're talking about your goals, or they have fear and they're worrying about it with you. Maybe not share with them what you just did, like what application you just filled out. It's all better. Almost. Yeah. Almost. He's getting much better, guys, but he was really sick a couple weeks ago. It's just a little cough now. Don't share with people because they'll put an energy over the situation and circumstances by the way they're thinking. Evil eye isn't necessarily that people are putting evil over you. You know, like they're doing a spell over you. It's that they're thinking a certain way about you. It can be that they're thinking a certain way, that they have fear over it, or they're over obsessively thinking. And that could be you too. You know, I encourage you, Asmit, you don't have to if you don't feel like to, but I encourage you to write down your fears and then burn them and say, I let all this go. I release. I let go of the fear of rejection, of not providing and having enough, right? And then and then burn that, like burn it, okay? And then on another piece of paper, write what it would feel like and feel it while you're writing. What it would feel like to have that abundance already. What it would feel like to have the money from that job, to be working at that job. Sit there and picture it. Check out Joe Dispenza, okay? And he'll talk to you about what I'm talking about. And you will manifest it into reality. And the blockages are being removed even as we speak. Frequency is so powerful. The color you wear is so powerful. Everything we do, every thought we have is being mirrored by the universe. It's not good or bad. It's being mirrored by the universe. So we have to learn to master our minds. That's not against you. I'm learning to do it too. Okay? All right, let's see what this card says. There's prosperity coming, for sure. Prosperity and divine alignment. Prosperity and divine alignment. Goodness and celebrations. This card is wedding, but it's not necessarily always a wedding. It's something to celebrate. You will be celebrating that job soon. But we got to dismantle some of the thought processes, worries, and fears. And I get it. Me too. Every few days I have to like recheck my attitude about it. You know, I've been unemployed since before the baby was born. So I get it, babe. I get it. But I also know that if I manifest from fear, I'm pulling something towards me that I don't really want. So, roots. There's a belief that has to do with money, that has to do with your roots. That's in your roots. Maybe not even just from you, but your family. No, it is from your family passed down. So, listen in the stillness and let Spirit guide you to freedom and a wealth mindset. And I'm going to speak an affirmation over you because I believe in agreements together. I've seen amazing, powerful things by agreements. Here and now, I welcome in your spiritual, financial, and physical abundance in every form of your life, in every area of your life. I speak clarity and peace over your mind, your body, and your spirit. And I speak against and we rebuke and renounce fear, that is not for your highest good, or a warning that fear has no place. Fear has no place if it's here to control a good narrative that's on its way to you. So we release and we renounce that right now. And we call in wealth, a wealth mindset, a wealth feeling, joy, love, goodness to return to you. Let's see what the baby pulled. We did this in the last reading. He pulled all 4 of the same cards. Well, it's not over speaking to us, okay? This is for you, babe. Asmit. Youth. The fear that I just renounced from you was from your youth, which is what I had a feeling about. And there's something about, you gotta be obedient to retrain your mind on how to think about money. Be obedient on how to think about money. As soon as that happens, you're gonna have something to celebrate. This card is food. This is everybody's inner self to create. They're like enjoying food, enjoying life. They are never lacking. Look how much food is on this card. They're not lacking anything. They're good providers. They're doing well. You're doing well. You know, a long time ago, I think last year when I was pregnant, I heard in my spirit, wake up every day and say, oh, something good may happen for me today. Something good may happen for me today. Not with the apprehension, but just the expectancy in your belly. That feeling of welling up, if something good is getting ready to happen. Something good may happen to me today. Say that every day. Keep your faith. Keep your faith. We release into the abode of the atmosphere a joy and acceptant mind concept about money in every level and layer of ourselves. The moon. Allow the hidden things within you to reveal to you truths about yourself. You're welcome. You're really welcome, sweetie. And you've climbed many mountains, but this is just another mountain. And this isn't a big mountain. It's just an activation and an epiphany to take hold. It's not even a big mountain at all. This is small compared to the stuff you've been through in the past, but it's something that it just boom. It just poofs and it's gone, or it's activated. You know, it's coming. It is coming, honey. It is coming. And it's, don't just take, oh, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming, quick. Look, shoes. Shoes. These shoes have wings on them. I can't tell you what relative I gave a reading to last year when I was pregnant, because they don't want anybody to know that they did a reading, because they supposedly don't believe in these things, right? But I pulled this card for that lady, okay? And I also told her she was going to buy a house very, very quick. And she did that. It took her a lot of faith to do that, because it would mean leaving so much behind. Okay, but it happened quick for her. This card is very powerful. Deal with the fears of that stuff. And I'm agreeing with you, okay? If you ever see me on here and I have time or a free moment in the reading, I will smudge the area. I also really encourage you to go get a citrine stone. A citrine stone attracts financial abundance and creative energy and just a lighter way of being positive. A lighter way of being positive. Okay? And it's citrine, keep it in your pocket or your money bag. Okay? Wherever you're manifesting, it attracts. And light and easy at that. It's such a beautiful crystal. I'm going to go get it for you to show it to you. It's on my porch right now. I recharged my stones last night. But this is going to happen quick. But I am agreeing with you right now in the spirit realm that you are, and in the ether, you are over this underlying belief that has to do with money and a feeling of not deserving. And I don't feel like you've identified that maybe But I want to let you know you deserve it, to do well, to provide well for yourself. Okay? You may not have coffee. Babies may not have coffee. Not my babies. All right, I'm going to go get the citrine off my front porch. I'll be right back. Okay, babes? I'm on my way back. One minute. You guys hear the birds outside the window? So many birds around here. When you live in the woods, there's always birds. Okay. Got a little bit of entertainment for the baby now. Let me see how long that buys me. Okay. So this is citrine. And I am going to read about amber. I may have to jump off and then back on. But I'm going to read to you about citrine real quick, since I really think you should know the benefits of it. At least the first page. I just saw it. Where'd you go, babe? Citrine. Citrine has no patience for navel gazing and narcissism. Not calling you that. Okay. All right. There's a whole world out here. Citrine admonishes, guiding your attention to the abundance around you. Turn outward, citrine reminds you, watching as you haltingly move your gaze from your own troubles to the tiny leaves unfurling on the oak trees. What, baby? Is your leg? Come here. Okay. Citrine reminds, watching as you haltingly move your gaze from your own troubles to the tiny leaves unfurling on the oak tree's branch. Citrine knows it can be tough to turn your ear to the whisper of crow wings, cutting the afternoon's stillness when you're used to listening to your own internal monologues. Worrying, stress, anxiety. You're welcome, babe. Yes. Your own internal monologues and self-deprecating harangues. But citrine is persistent in pushing you beyond yourself, nodding sagely as you slowly slip out of your self-absorption and into stillness of contentment. Let's just breathe. Let's breathe in slow. And exhale. Slow your heart rate down. Slow your mind down. Relax your shoulders, okay? Let's read that again. But citrine is persistent in pushing you beyond yourself, nodding sagely as you slowly slip out of your self-absorption and into the stillness of contentment. The world is full of riches, Citrine affirms, and in that abundance you'll find joy. And what Joe Dispenza would tell you is feel joy now, and that attracts abundance. Feel you have the abundance already, and that draws it. Okay, this is an odd example. All right, thanks, Boo. When you crack an egg, when you crack an egg and you drop a piece of the shell in the egg yolk and you go to scoop out the egg yolk with the actual egg shell that you're still holding, how much easier is it for that egg, that tiny little piece, to come towards the eggshell? So much easier. Because like attracts like. Oftentimes, not always, but in this case it does. Okay? So it's the same thing. If you feel that you have the joy, you have the abundance, you have what you need already, if you feel and know that in your inner knower, it comes to you easier. Okay? So my encouragement is to get sage and to sage yourself frequently, especially when you're having those negative thoughts. And also find an affirmation or something that gives you great joy, so that every time you feel that pattern of worry and anxiety, you automatically go to that thing that makes you feel positive. And it's not about ignoring that you have worry. It's about bringing in that energy quicker rather than staying in the energy of fear or anxiety. And I get it. I'm learning too. This isn't judgment, Boo. All right, but you are full of riches. And this is what the illustration to full of riches looks like. Okay, Boo. Look how beautiful that is. Look at all the rainbows. Look at the birds, the guidance, the sun, the perseverance. All this and all the life growing around your joy. So if we're fearful, what kind of life is growing around our fear? You know what I mean? And it's not to guilt trip you. It's so that we can grow, you know? The first card we had in the last reading was cyclicity. Like, we can change some of those cycles and start new ones. Start new cycles, you know? That's how I feel. Even about myself, man. It's time. Change, 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 change. I'm ready. I am absolutely ready. Citrine knows that it can be tough to get outside of your head and into a new thought, into a new joy, into a new plan, and a new construct. But it's okay. So, you know, your abundance is coming. Your abundance is coming. And in different forms are we going to make it right now. Yeah. Blessings and abundance. So, my baby's playing with his feet. It's so cute. It's so cute. Blessings. I love you guys. I know I don't know you in person, but I feel you. I care about you. And I want for your highest good. For your highest good always. A card, please. Just give us a card of encouragement. What? You know what? We're not going to do this deck right now. Give us a card of encouragement. We're going to use the intuitive deck. This is going to be the last card for you, Asmid, okay? If anyone else has a question, let me know. I will go a little bit longer. Okay, if you have a question, nothing like, is someone cheating on me, okay? Not that I couldn't discern that for you, but I just think your heart is going to do what it's going to do. And if you think that already, you probably already know. All right, Asmid, babe. Reflect and listen. Reflection brings insight. Take time to listen to your inner voice. Look at this portal formed over her head. And when we're wrapped up in our thoughts and letting them lead our way, we're not tapped into this portal. We might hear a whisper real quick here and there, but then we might rush into the next thought. And Spirit is telling us, like, when we feel joy, don't rush into the next thing. Don't rush into that next moment. Feel that moment of joy. Feel that person you're spending time with. Feel yourself doing the dishes. Like, enjoy this life because you've earned it. You deserve it. And happiness doesn't have to feel so far away. Look at that portal of yellow, creation energy, the citrine stone, yellow, yellow. I speak contentment and love and joy and self-gratitude over yourself. Go get some fresh air today. Go get some fresh air today and breathe in some trees. I don't know where you live, but breathe in some goodness somewhere. Okay? Get your feet on the ground if you can. That would be wonderful. Does anybody else have a question before I go? Blessings and abundance. Blessings and abundance. Oh, yes. Anyone else have a question? If you enjoy this, like and subscribe. These are personal readings at this point. At the beginning, it was not. It was a collective. Right now, it is a personal reading. You're welcome, Boo. You're welcome. By the way, I can go by Natasha. You can call me Encompass Awe if you want. That's my company name. It's all about encompassing the awe that you are and that creation has and is, and unveiling secrets that we weren't supposed to know. That's what that's about as well. Okay? And sharing that without judgment on here. All right? You can also call me Nana. That is my nickname and my father's side of the family. I'm Nana. Or Tasha or Natasha. Okay, there's a few of the names. I appreciate you guys always keeping it positive on the comments. In the past, it wasn't always like that, so I'm super grateful that it's been really positive in the last, like, 4 weeks. Okay. Also, so if anybody's dealing with negative energy at all, negative thoughts, negative attachments, get a black obsidian. Okay, like a black obsidian is really, really, really helpful for that. Lower back pain could have to do with attachments that you have with other people. I'm just rambling what I get at this point, guys, and if it resonates, cool. If it doesn't, that's okay too. All right. Black obsidian helps detach attachments, and that's not just with other people, even though it's very helpful with that. I like to wear black obsidian when I'm dealing with unattaching from like thought patterns or relationships or something, or mind constructs. I will wear that because usually when I'm dealing with unattaching with people, I deal with and beliefs. My lower back will hurt when I'm going through that, and then I'll go get the black obsidian and it just dissolves it and helps me relieve that attachment that's not healthy for me anymore. You know, change isn't easy at first, but over time you're like, hot dang, dude, I feel 100 times better, maybe 50 times better, but still, right? Yeah, like, I'm not trying to stay the same. Like, you know, my man, my baby's daddy, his name's Tyler. We had a talk one day in the car, and he said, you know, I read that a person like changes, like almost everything about them changes like every 7 years. And he's like, what that taught me is like you basically re-meet your person. You know, you re-meet yourself every 7 years. You know, if that's the case, you know, black obsidian doesn't need to be just unattaching with other people, but old versions of yourself is okay. Or some mind constructs that aren't foundational for you anymore, aren't who you are anymore. And I've had a lot to do with that in the last 3 years. Okay. Emotional clarity. You know what? This is we're in a collective read at this point. That's where we're at this point. Emotional clarity. Emotional clarity sharpens your intuition. This is the intuition oracle deck. Trust your path. No matter the obstacles, follow your intuition. It will lead the way. Flow of life. Surrender to life's natural flow. Trust where it takes you. Letting go. Surrendering. That's what I'm hearing. Letting go and surrendering. It's not, when it's not forced, it's not being pushed away, guys. Come here, baby. Come here, gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Hi. It's a baby. It's my baby. Oh, it's a... What? Is that my baby? Oh, you are so beautiful to me. Can't he see? Yeah. All right. Leap of faith. Follow your intuition and take the courageous leap of faith. I'm hearing a song. It took me a second to channel it. He's 8 months. He's 8 months. Aren't you? Almost 8 months. A few more days. Another week. I'm hearing a song. You don't have to try so hard. You don't have to give it all away. You don't have to give up, give up, give up, give up. You don't have to change a single thing. You don't have to try. 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 So what I got from that while I was singing it and when I received it was trying is pushing. Okay, so it's not necessarily that you don't give effort or that you don't take action, but you are beautiful and divinely aligned just as you are. And growth comes when it's time. So it's not by force, it's not by might, it is by divine alignment. And when it's time, it will be with ease. Okay? When we try, sometimes when we grab at something, sometimes it makes it fly away, And so if we stay in that flow of life energy, look at all the colors, just making a beautiful orchestration of life and color. That is how it will flow for you rather than be forced. Balance and harmony. I love that. He's a Libra, by the way. And you see the balancing scales. Libra's symbol is the balancing scales. Justice. Justice, baby. Justice, baby. Yeah, that was leap of faith. We already had that. Citrine. We are attracting abundance. We are attracting abundance. We are abundance. We feel abundance. We feel love from within and without. We celebrate big and small. We celebrate. We celebrate. Celebrate. Yeah, celebrate. Okay. Yeah. Where are you going? Where are you going? I love you too. He's standing. He's such a big boy. I mean, not without my finger holding him, but I know you're so smart. My little monkey baby. Well, it was so good being with you guys. I can't wait to see you guys again. I'm sure I'll do some shorts today. Check those out if you feel led to. If not, that's okay. That was from the intuitive deck, babes. Okay. We have to go because this little one needs his diaper changed. And we got some other readings to do. But first I have to change his diaper and we're going to hang out for a little bit. And then we'll get back on here. Well, I will. But I'm not sure about him. But we'll see. By the way, I'm going to be reading later today about Come to Calm. And I guess about Amber. Because I didn't do that this time. Okay. This is Come to Calm. But here we are not about controlling spirit. We are going to allow spirit to flow here. What time are you live on YouTube? It is situational right now because my nanny is not home. My daughter nanny. I'm usually on here around 12 or noon. It's all over the place. Sometimes it's 3 a.m. Sometimes it's 11:30 p.m. Oftentimes it's like 11:30 a.m., 12:30 a.m. But it's hard to tell, honestly. So I do appreciate you. Whenever you can join, you see me live, I'd love to have you. It was good spending time with you guys. Till next time, namaste. Have a beautiful day. Bye, guys.